Hello, welcome to Bourbon and a Baby. My name is Jay. Max is not going to be joining us today because Max is only 2 years old now and he's still not old enough to drink bourbon. This video is going to be a little bit different than a typical review or video that I put out on the channel. And this actually was filmed a few months ago now and was started by another channel here on YouTube called Keeping It Neat. Keeping It Neat is a really good, informative WhiskeyTube channel hosted by Derek and Nick. They do all their reviews blind. They also do some other things like talk about cocktails and flavored whiskeys, and they have built this really great community of their subscribers where they'll do what they call live sip-alongs. So every so often they put together a sip-along and they'll send out samples, and then they'll drink through those live, talk about them, and it's a really, really cool thing that they do. Another really cool thing that they did was back around Halloween time, they kind of did this sip-along style with the 3 worst whiskeys that they had tasted over the previous year. And so they kind of put out a challenge to their followers where they would send you these samples, and all that they asked in return was that you make a video and post it on their Facebook group. So check out their Facebook group. It's a great group, also called Keeping It Neat. So I was one of the people that participated in this. I made the video, posted it in the Facebook group, and I thought this video was too good not to share with everybody else that subscribed to my channel as well. So these are 3 really bad whiskeys that you're going to get to see me taste, and I don't have a great time of it, to be fair. So before I get that rolling, please head over to Keeping It Neat and subscribe to their channel as well. Check out all their videos. Again, they're great. A great channel and 2 great guys, Derek and Nick. So give them a shout out. So without further ado, here is that video. Hey there, kinfolk. My name is Jay, and I'm here to do my part. Derek was kind enough to send me the samples from the Halloween special of the Collingwood Blended Canadian Whiskey, the Rogue Spirits Dead Guy Whiskey, and the Bearcat Bourbon infused with espresso and aromatic bitters. Sorry that this took me so long to film and to post on the Facebook page. But I'm finally getting around to it, so here it is. I will preface this as to say I have had the Rogue Dead Guy Spirits before, and I'm not looking forward to having it again. I'll say that again. So, but it's been a little while. All right, so I'm going to start first. These are all 80 proof. I figured I'd put the flavored one last so it doesn't kind of mess up what's going on with the rest of them. And why not? Since they're to the north, let's start with Canada. So I'm going to start with the Collingwood Blended Canadian Whiskey. So yeah, 80 proof. So let's see how bad this stuff is. Oh man, I'll tell you what. If somebody just handed this to me, and it wasn't like I didn't know that these were like the Halloween Fright edition whiskeys, I would still be like, ugh. It's got like this weird nose though, like it's I'm not a big Scotch fan, so it noses like a cheap blended Scotch, honestly, but then like there's a weird like cotton candy almost flavor to it, which yeah, I don't know. But like normally you'd think, I love cotton candy, but not in my whiskey, so very weird, very weird. So if you're hearing if you're hearing a baby crying, that's Max. He's supposed to be napping right now, and he was when I started filming. Let's turn him down a little bit. He'll be fine. All right. So back to this. It's like, yeah, like cotton candy and like It's like a fake fruit note, like almost like Now and Laters or Jolly Ranchers or something like that. Like I can't like pinpoint a specific fake fruit, but just like this really fake fruity smell. All right. Here, cheers to Derek and Nick, and to all the kinfolk out there. Here's to bad whiskey. Oh, I took way too big of a sip. Oh man. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like cough syrup. Yeah, that's like, oh, that's gross. That's really bad. So yeah, cough syrup. That's really the predominant note I'm getting here. Ugh. This is bad. This is bad. I don't know what else to say. It tastes like gross cough syrup. That's literally the only note I can give you. I don't want to. I don't want to take another sip of this. Funny story. There's another YouTube channel called The Rot Gut Review, and if you guys are familiar with it, Ed, one of the hosts of The Rot Gut Review, recently did a what he called a Swillmageddon challenge, where he challenged people to make the worst whiskey blends that they could, and send them to him, and he would pick a winner, or I guess loser. So I sent a blend, and it was really bad, and it's currently moved on to the finals. He hasn't done the finals yet, but if he does it next year, I think I'm gonna save what's left of this to put in that blend, because this is gross. This is like really gross. I could probably just send him this and it would probably win on its own. All right, so now I'm gonna try the Rogue Spirit Stud Guy whiskey. This is also 80 proof, 40%. Ooh. It smells like cat piss, like a litter box, like a kitty. I don't even have cats, but this is what I imagine. Like if you, okay, so you go over to your aunt's house, right? Your crazy aunt, she's got like 40 cats, and there's either like a room, like a laundry room, or maybe in the basement where she keeps like 3 or 4 litter boxes because she's got 40 cats, but she doesn't change them out that often. And then you walk into the room. That's what this smells like. That's what this smells like. By the way, I don't have an aunt that has 40 cats, but just imagine. I imagine that's what it's like. Oh man, it's this is nose is worse than the Collingwood nose, and I thought that was really bad. I'm really dreading drinking this. Derek, did you put cat piss in this? I've had this whiskey before and I didn't like it, but I don't remember it smelling like cat piss. Please tell me you did not infuse this with dirty kitty litter. Please. All right. Cheers, kinfolk. That's weird. It's not good. The nose is worse than the Collingwood, but the palate's slightly better. I'm kind of wondering if this maybe when it was put together, if maybe this was mixed up with the Bearcat Bourbon, because there's like this underlying coffee note I'm getting on the finish. And it's not a pleasant, usually like I don't mind the coffee note. I usually kind of like a coffee note. But it's not a pleasant one. Huh. No, I feel like it's definitely different. I don't know. Did any of you? I haven't had a chance to watch everybody's videos yet. Did anybody else get like this coffee note on the Dead Guy whiskey? Like Rogue makes amazing beer. Why? Why are you sullying your name, Rogue, with this whiskey? Stop it! Stop it, please. I did put a little bit of this. The bottle that I have, which I don't own it. It's, but anyway, I did put a little bit of Rogue Dead Guy whiskey in my blend for Somageddon that I sent to Ed at the Rock Gut Review. So, yeah, this is weird. Yeah, it tastes like cat piss and coffee. Cat piss and coffee. So, glowing review for Rogue Dead Guy whiskey. Oh God, these like each one is like worse than the other. Get that grossness out of my mouth. All right. Finally, the Bearcat Bourbon. So this is bourbon infused with espresso and aromatic bitters. Also 40% or 80 proof. The nose actually isn't bad. It's very sweet though. And kind of like the Collingwood, I get like a fake fruit nose off of this. But less of like a Jolly Rancher and more of like almost like maybe it was infused with Skittles. Like they put a bunch of Skittles at the bottom of the bottle. It smells more like a cocktail than it smells like an actual like whiskey or bourbon. I don't hate the nose. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So far, this is easily the best on the nose. Cheers, everybody. This is the best tasting one too. Again, not saying that that's great, but I don't really taste the espresso, but it tastes... Oh, spoke too soon. I'm getting it now. I'm getting the espresso on the finish. It tastes like it tastes like almost like a poorly made old fashioned. Like say you go to a bar that's a dive bar, and don't get me wrong, I love a good dive bar, but I don't order old fashions at a dive bar for a reason, because those bars are known to make at either like giving you a can of Old Milwaukee Light or mixing you a Jack and Coke. So they're not designed to make a good old fashioned, and that's kind of what this tastes like. It tastes like an old fashioned that's poorly made. Like it's got a little bit of orange flavor. I'm guessing that's coming from the bitters. The whiskey flavor or bourbon flavor is really light, but it tastes really sweet, sugary. And then, yeah, I get the espresso on the finish. Let's try it one more time. I wouldn't buy a bottle of this, and I wouldn't ever drink it again. But if I had to pick, if this were a national election and I had to choose the lesser of three evils, hello, Mr. President, Bearcat Bourbon, it is. Honestly, I think if you threw an ice cube in here, or a couple, actually, I would do, usually in a bourbon, if you wanted to add rocks, you'd add like maybe a large cube that melted slower. I would actually fill this with smaller cubes because I would probably want it to water down a little bit more. And this would be palatable, I think, as a drink. I don't think I could drink more than one, and I wouldn't want to, but yeah, so there you have it. I'm gonna go mad scientist here and just throw these all together and see how gross the sum of it is. So this is our kamikaze blend. Cheers, kinfolk. Ugh. Ugh. Oh no. Oh. Ah. This is like, I think if I were to take one more sip of this, I might gag. I might actually like, no. The finish, oh God, go away. Please go away. Oh, thank God for water. Thank God for water. So, thanks a lot, Derek, for sending these lovely samples out and letting me share this lovely, amazing whiskey and bourbon with you all. So, such a kind person to torture your loyal followers this way. Just all joking aside, though, this was a really cool idea. I'm glad that I was able to get in on it, even though this was an excruciating experience. I'm glad that I got to have it. It was fun. So yeah, thanks everybody. So yeah, here's to something about luxury and life. I'm not good with taglines. so cheers everybody. I'm not drinking it again. No.